Hello, everybody. Welcome to Homestead Miami Speedway, where we get set to take on Race 2 of the HRL Cup Series season. After a hectic week out in Daytona for both ARCA and Cup, we're back racing this week, joined here in the booth by Dagan Roca and Race Control Ice. Happy to be back here. How are we feeling?
I think this will be an interesting race for sure. I can't remember when the last time HRL has gone to Homestead. So a lot of these drivers might not have experience racing here, period.
That experience for some is going to pay off. I think, obviously you have other drivers that maybe run other leagues. They've been to Homestead before as qualifying drivers getting their laps turned in. Some people obviously here do other leagues, so they may have experience here at Homestead, and that experience can play a huge part in how this race develops for a lot of drivers. Knowing how things like the tires will evolve over the course of the race, how
I'm gonna run
you can manage your fuel to maybe extend it a bit further than the other drivers, or maybe take less fuel at the pit stop, because we know with the 5 lug nuts on these cars, it's a longer stop for fuel than it is just for tires.
Yeah, I know for some people, CJ Clark and Dylan Smith, this is, I believe, their first time on this track. Dylan Smith, definitely, he just caught it. So they have a little bit of figuring out to do, especially as this is not your typical intermediate track. Homestead is, as we learned, I test drove with them. It's very slow compared to, Vegas, Charlotte. You have to get off really early. The entrances are incredibly long, so the car feels completely different from the entry versus actually mid-corner. And we're expecting to see the line move up like it does in real life, where people are running the top. But with iRacing's tire saving, I'm not exactly sure if they'll be up there instantly, because the only race I've done here in iRacing, everyone was, hogging the bottom, trying to use the least amount of tire they can, and only if you had extreme handling issues, that's when we saw people going up to the top. So I think it'll be interesting strategy-wise to see who is feeling good, who isn't.
Well, you're going to see a large variance in lines. That is the beauty of Homestead, is the top is fast on the long run. If people, like you said, if people are struggling with the handling of their race cars, they can move up the racetrack and find more speed and maybe a bit more comfortability. But early on, I think we'll probably see people experimenting, maybe running the top, running the bottom, maybe even some in the middle, if they really feel more comfortable there. That is going to kind of be the key thing early on in the race, is feeling comfortable inside your car and thinking about the small adjustments that you can make in the pit stop to make it a bit better. But obviously we'll have to see how that plays, and obviously how the conditions play out, because the sun will go down over the course of this race. Obviously 120 laps. It is not a short race by any means. So we're going to have to see how the drivers handle that, how they have things go progressively.
I think in the test race I did while everyone else was practicing, it's very, at least for me, I can't say for anyone else, but it's an interesting track to get. You have to keep your race control explaining the car conditions for this race. Yeah, this track, it's a lot tighter than, the setup is a lot tighter than, a typical intermediate setup. And the progressive banking allows for, lane usage to where you can't, most other intermediates are either single file or around the top.
Well, obviously, we'll see how the drivers handle that. I imagine they'll handle it well. Daytona went well last week. Obviously, Joshua Carey was the winner of that race. In fact, last week's winner currently sits P2 after qualifying Alexander Ortega on the front row. And then further back, you were the one to run us through it. So, Roka, if you would like to give us the rundown of the starting lineup.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you said, front row we have Alexander Ortega and Joshua M. Carey. Row 2, Peyton Lindsay and Christian Herkloss. Row 3, Ronan Suarez, Kohler McGillen. Row 4, Brendan Schuett and Dylan Smith. Row 5, CJ Erdman and Michael Wolf. Row 6, CJ Clark and Evan Lemon. Row 7, I believe that's where I'm at, Jordan White and Garrett Cannon. Row 8, we have Mike Jensen and Rojan Koch. In row 9, I think that's our final row, is Ryan Schuett and Alex Martinez. So it's
Smaller
a nice
field.
a little bit smaller than Daytona by about I think 8 cars, but that's to be expected compared to super speedways.
Yeah, we'll probably have varying field sizes over the course of the season, and I mean,
Green.
as a matter of fact, actually, we're coming to green. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
We are racing here at Homestead as Ortega gets a good start. We'll be able to clear down into turn 1 as Joshua Carey trying to run that outside and get clear of the 7 car of Pace and Lindsay on the inside. Will they hold each other back down the back straightaway? Not quite. They just single file in. That's a top 5. Goes single file down into turn 3.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of the cars are migrating towards the bottom. I think that's where the momentum's going to be because you get that cut, that what's the technicality for it? You get you get the shortest distance around the track, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but until the tires start wearing, I think, obviously that's what we're going to be seeing. Oh, as we got some moves towards the back.
Here comes Ronan Suarez.
I do think tire wear is going to be the most important factor because I don't see how this doesn't go green. And in iRacing, tire wear is everything. If you tire save, if you're good at tire saving, you win almost all of the time. And at Homestead, which I personally haven't driven, I think it's going to matter a lot because the different lines offer a lot of variety in lines. And I think there's a lot of overtaking opportunities here compared to like USA that we just had in ARCA, which, that race is what it is. But I'm expecting this to be a lot better as it's a much wider track. These drivers are better. And actually the cars are probably easier to drive here as well. So
a lot tighter than USA was in the ARCA car. Like I think tire saving is going to be different here than it would be at USA, for example, because it tightens up unexpectedly out of the entry. Like the entry, the cars, it feels good. It's pretty loose-ish. Like I'd say it's a medium feeling. But as soon as you hit the tightening of the radius, the car shoots tight, and that's where I'm carrying too much speed, and you start sliding up the track. I think how people are going to manage that is who's going to prevail in tire saving.
That sounds a lot like old Atlanta with these cars, and we actually went there last season.
That's true.
And,
yeah.
That was a pretty good race, I think.
Yeah, old Atlanta ended up being, the fastest line was around the top, and if you couldn't get that to work without ruining your tires, you were falling to the back. Because it was a similar tight sort of setup.
Ryan Schuett down by the apron. Not sure what happened there. Might have just gotten loose out of turn 2. Everyone's still kind of jostling around for positions, trying to find out where they're comfortable with the cars. Alexander Ortega still leads the field. Joshua Carey looking to complete the move on Ronan Suarez. This has been something that's kind of been worked on since the green flag. Ronan Suarez is moving up, I will say.
Almost
Absolutely. Yeah, we have 2 cars on the outside line. So already people trying to move as this race progresses. The top of turn 1 and turn 2, mainly the top of turn 1, will get shaded, and there will be a bit more grip because the track will be cooled off a lot more. So we'll probably see early on people running that outside in turn 1 as the sun does go down. But everywhere else, I think people aren't going to really be moving around too much as Carey is dropping positions over time here as Christian Herkloss looking on the outside to get up to 4th.
Yeah, Ortega with a pretty commanding lead here, actually, pretty early on. But this entire top 5 is very strong. I expect any of these to be contending for the win here at the end of the race.
There goes Suarez for P2 as well. Here comes Carey to try and get back to the inside of Herklotz as Ronan Suarez looking to get up into second, maybe chase down Alexander Ortega. Very strong showing from the 31 car of Suarez, who had some misfortune last week out in Daytona, but now is looking to make up for that with this move on Payson Lindsay on the inside. If you can get that run off the corner, though, a little bit loose, it looked like. Little movement in the wheel, but that run on the outside just too strong by the 7 car. You have to dive it in. Lindsay's hanging on his door. Suarez sends it in, tries to wash Lindsay up the track, will dive it, kind of arc it a bit low now, trying to get the drive out, and just doesn't come as a little update there as the battle for fourth. Kerry temporarily cleared Herklotz, but Herklotz made a quick switch back as Kerry actually just drops behind Herklotz now, so that's P4 settled.
Ooh.
Oh, contact for a second.
Don't forget, Ronan and Payson have had quite a fierce rivalry with
That's
each other.
true.
This is gonna be very interesting to see what they do here. Ronan is quite the character. Pretty interesting to watch on the track. Gets into a lot of drama with other drivers. So
I believe one of their rivalries made it into the intro.
Hey, Ronan, can you go ahead?
Yeah,
I mean, it is pretty exciting seeing Ronan on the track when
They're
races
losing
other
time to
people.
everybody right now.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
I
not
wanted
doing
to
them
get
any
past
favors.
him, but it seems like that he doesn't want that.
Hey,
And
you
we're
can see
losing a lot
already
of
the
time.
lines everybody's running different lines. Some running the top. I saw Herklotz trying to run the wall earlier. Got into the wall though, and then lost some time. But hey, always good to experiment, see what works.
Yeah, admittedly something I do want to say is this around top 8, I think, all within 2 seconds of each other. As a matter of fact, third and down is all within 0.8 of each other. As the battle for third begins to heat up now, Joshua Carey looking to the inside of Suarez. Suarez might have burnt up some of his tires early on trying to make the move on Payson Lindsay. So now here comes Carey back, but here comes Herklotz on the inside. Kohler McGillen looking for the move into 5th. Will not be completed easily, though.
Yeah, I think Ronan did use up his stuff a little bit. I mean, he can always make it back. There's plenty of time left, but he's running others pretty tight here. It's pretty scary. See right there.
Contact.
Carey on the apron.
Contact. Wow.
That's my bad.
I mean, not giving a single inch to each other already. Lap 12.
Yeah, very early to be getting this physical. I mean, it wasn't like super physical, but still, your button heads this early on. It's lap 12 of 120. We're a little over a 12th of the way through the race. Yeah, plenty of time to go.
Completely shot away.
Oh, Suarez in the wall.
I think he
Payson
probably
Lindsay-
did use his fronts up.
Yeah. Payson is, I mean, he's got a clean racetrack. He could catch Ortega here, but Ortega, I mean, quite the lead here for now.
I wonder how much of it is maybe pushing to build a gap and then manage after. Or if this is just the raw pace of Ortega, it very well could be. Obviously,
Oh, 9 in the
a
wall.
dominant force in this championship,
made it
as that was
out.
Herklotz up in the wall in turn 3.
Was he in the
It's
wall?
like
I think he's just running the
No, he
on the wall.
on the entry, but he saved it. He didn't lose any time
Oh,
from it.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can if it's on entry, it doesn't really hurt you that much usually.
As long as you're able to get off the wall. Sometimes if you can't, it just slows you down so much.
Yeah, but single file now, just clocking laps now, waiting to see what the tire wear situation is going to be like, and yeah, no battles right now as it seems. Oh well, maybe back in the pack a little bit. 8 and
CJ
54.
Erdman leading this 4-car group. Jourdain White in the 54, and then the 26 they're in behind, trying to make a move to the inside. That's Michael Wolf. The inside, able to complete that move? No. 54, Jourdain White's going to get a run off this corner, might be able to challenge Dylan Smith. Never mind, Dylan Smith trying to argue the case against CJ Erdman in that 94 Reese's Chevy.
I think I saw some 3-wide action up ahead.
Yep. It was between the 9, the 1, and the 31. Looks like
Yep, I saw Ronan
Suarez
ripping
is
the wall.
He's definitely lost his tires. That shows you how much tires matter at this track. If you don't know how to properly save them, and you're just burning them for no reason, it's kind of it for you.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how much he's dropping back already.
Yeah, he was. That's about 2 or 3 seconds. Can't exactly see, but it's. He was gonna be able to. I was thinking he was gonna contend for the lead, but as soon as he couldn't get past Pace and Lindsay, that was it.
A mix of heat probably playing a factor on the wear on those tires. Track temperature around 31 degrees Celsius. As that's pretty hot. That is
Hey,
it's gonna upset the tires.
McGillen on a pretty good run here. He's caught Pace and Lindsay quite a bit here. Also Brendan Schuler right behind. These are affiliate teams here, so it's pretty nice to see them running this high up.
Will they be able
Not
to
biased or
make
anything?
Yeah, dude,
Will they
I don't
be-
know how you guys preserve
Will they
him
be
as
able
much
to
as you
make a
did.
move
I
on
was
Pace
going
and
real
Lindsay? It was a
easy with
challenge for
it,
Ronan Suarez, and it
in
may be
fact,
a
he was
challenge
settling the
now.
turn.
As teammates currently lead the way, 1 and 2. That's Ortega and Carey.
Oh well, there's
With-
2 7 cars.
With oh yeah, there is what?
This happened in the ARCA race too.
No comment from Ice. It's okay.
He's doing his own thing.
Is anybody else's right front going like insanely low?
Jensen
There you have it.
getting passed potentially by the
Actually,
38 car on the bottom. Just
Lindsay doesn't even have a league scheme on either, but
I thought that was supposed to be a penalty. Anyways, you can hear your driver is already complaining about or not complaining, but making comments about the tire wear, about the right front burning, and not really doing what you want anymore. The car's kind of just washing out.
Whoa!
Oh, Ronan sideways out of 4.
That could have been
It's a good opportunity for
disaster.
CJ Clark to capitalize here.
look at
Someone's not
Joshua
gonna get a
Carey.
good
He's
run.
gaining a lot.
well, careful Suarez gliding up, as I think CJ Clark's going to have that move done and dusted by turn 3. Yes, he does. So the run on the outside paying dividends for car number 1. CJ Clark looking to have a good result here today. Currently
Hey,
runs
CJ
in 6 after that pass.
Before this race, CJ Clark was I think this is one of his first races on this track, and he was telling me how this track does not make sense to him. So being 6th place, that's got to be a good feeling for him.
It is a
Pretty
very
sure-
rewarding feeling.
Pretty sure he got this track just a couple of minutes before the race
That
actually started.
was Dylan Smith,
Oh, okay.
who is 9th.
Wait, no, I don't. I think Clark didn't have it either.
really?
I'm seeing.
Oh yeah.
I have my connections, and they can tell me that
They will gladly
definitely
tell
did
you
not
where they
have
got
it.
the money.
yeah. But okay. Some close racing here.
Yeah,
26
CJ
and 94.
Erdman and Michael Wolf, who is... I don't know who's trying to make the move on who here. I think it's the 94 trying to hold position, as here comes Wolf down the inside.
Ooh,
There's
contact.
a bit
Ooh,
of contact. They get
Can't do that.
shaky through 3. You got to be careful making contact there. Could just send another car off and into the barrier. But side by side, down across the line, this is the battle for 11th.
Side
So
by
not
side,
exactly
wheel to
the highest
wheel.
position. Yeah, there. Oh, Erdman almost came down
My
to the 26. There's
goodness.
more contact. 26 losing the rear on entry. And now just trying to hang on. Erdman's going to get the run around the outside. They're losing time to these 4 cars behind who are going to look to make a move anywhere they can. And now they go complete opposite lanes. 26 on the bottom who's going to try to slide up. We'll have the
I
room
think
to
it's
do
gonna
it.
work out for Erdman.
It should. It's going
Think
to work
it
out for
might
these
not
cars
get
behind too.
side-drafted. Yep. I mean, they just let everybody behind catch up. That was a lot of contact.
It sure was. Here comes a 32 of Rohan Koch to the inside. 26 dove it in there to try to prevent the loss of position. Is actually going to get the better drive off. It's a 30, excuse me. And then the 38, 12, and 13 behind. Koch trying to have to defend to the inside and not lose too many positions. A little bit of a shake of the suspension on the bump in the transition under 3 as to the battle in for third. Kohler McGillen has closed that gap even more to Payson Lindsay,
Christian Herklot.
and Schuett has dropped back a little bit more than they were before, but I think right now maybe just looking to manage what they have. Oh, what happened there?
I'm not sure. When we were looking at Lindsay and McGillen, Ortega wasn't even in the frame. I wonder how big the gap is. Pitters, maybe?
Herklot's coming into pit lane, 25 laps in. Is this early? Is this late? Well, probably early, given the fact that our leader, who usually is who you want to base your pit strategy off of if you're going to do anything, because someone's leading.
Kohler McGillen gets the
usually.
run to the inside of Payson Lindsay.
Oh, and he's going to have probably a little bit of help from Brennan Schuett down the inside. Maybe a double pass coming for these Fords as Lindsay drifts up to the outside, tries to hang on to the momentum. Not going to happen. McGillen slides up, and into third goes the number 7 car of Kohler McGillen, and Brennan Schuett's coming in right in behind.
I think he's going to be able to complete this pass here. Payson's been dropping off a little bit. I wonder if he's been saving more or if he burnt his stuff up trying to maintain the gap between Ortega. But as you can see, Schuett side by side, pretty. I mean, it's pretty close. I think he can make this move
Be
work.
careful. On the seam.
Lindsay almost turned down across the
Slide
nose
up.
of Schuett.
I think he'll clear him. Yep.
It does clear. So Brennan Schuett following Kohler McGillen into now 4th. Lindsay falls back to 5th. That is your top 5 with Ortega and Carey 1st and 2nd. So now McGillen sets his sights on getting after Carey as Payson Lindsay look back up the inside. I think not so much as a move intended there, but maybe so much as trying to get some clean air on that right front. And Schuett will try to maybe follow McGillen through as, maybe Lindsay is trying to make a move here. Sends it in again, gets a little bit heavy, entering the corner, and just has to kind of back out of it a little bit. But right now, this is Ortega's race to lose at this point as we cross the quarter, or we're soon to cross the quarter point.
I wonder how bad the dirty air is here. Is it worth it to tank the dirty air, or is it better to run a slightly different line to get that clean air? Maybe it will help to save your tires. Well, the inside is always the best, so save your tires.
Brennan Schuett just went 128. That was his lowest speed in the corner. I don't know if dirty air is that bad.
Interesting. It is the O'Reilly car after all, so
Yeah.
it shouldn't be too terrible.
I mean,
At least compared to the other series.
Payson Lindsay is really trying to at least hold up with them. I feel like it was unwise of him to push that hard because now he's just dropping harder. Oh, and Schuett does have a run to the 7 of Kohler McGillen. He's going to the inside.
How much
this
will
time.
each of them fight it? As we have pitting this time from, I didn't hear...
Pitting this
Payson
time,
Lindsay.
Payson Lindsay.
And
Okay,
CJ
so yeah.
Erdman.
So 7 car Payson Lindsay realized they were losing too much time on these tires, and CJ Erdman will come in as well. So first call's been made. Who follows?
I feel like the
Whoa.
people who are contact for
Woo!
battle for third.
These two don't look like they want to pit anytime soon. I mean, this is pretty aggressive.
If I were them, I wouldn't, because Brendan Schuett, this is probably one of his highest positions on a intermediate track. So for him, I would stay out because they're doing so well.
Then maybe the play. We'll see how it works out. Ortega's still out there, maintaining
Carey
his
has
pretty strong
lost the
lead.
gap.
Ooh, still pretty close between these two. Not giving up either of them.
They're teammates, so I'm sure they're giving each other a little bit of slack.
For sure, but I think Schuett's still wants to get past. I mean, it's pretty clear who has more pace here. A
So
little bit
I
more
think
quick.
it is worth noting that old tires are, at least around this point of the race, they are 2 seconds slower than new tires. So I think that plays. Once people start seeing that or realizing it, they might change their strategy based off of it.
Jensen almost
Which-
sped into pit road, it looked like.
Which means them being 2 seconds a lap slower also means that if you pit and the rest of the field stays out, like let's just say, who's the nearest 10 seconds back? Okay, well the nearest would be Michael Wolf, who is 12 seconds back. If he pit now and stayed out about
Pitting this
6
time.
or 7 laps, oh Ryan Schuett speeds, that is going to be, I'm not sure what the penalty is. I think it's a drive-through.
Yeah.
But if someone like Michael Wolf pits and Ortega stays out 6 or 7 more laps than Wolf, then that is 10-ish seconds you make up. Obviously, pace difference in the drivers, but assume there's equal pace. That would put the 26 car in the lead. So that's how big the pace difference is. That's just off 6 laps.
Well, you have to consider what are you splitting this race up into? Because we have 120 laps. If I were to guess, looks like Alexander Ortega, maybe some of the leaders, they're going for maybe 3-4 stops. Or however, like a 40, then 80, and then that gets you to that would be a 2-stop race. I think you can get it because you just have to be easy on your tires, and so these people who are hitting a lot earlier. Oh yes, shoe it.
June misses pit road.
That's huge.
Oh.
That's
No, wow, having a good race as well, and just one of those classic mistakes. I mean, it happens to the best of us.
I mean,
Not-
if you don't practice it, you're not going to get it right.
not race ending, to say the least. You can come back from that, but it will be challenging. Ortega,
I feel like that's the
Wow.
equivalent of
look at the little
speeding
tires.
penalty.
Great way to visualize how big the difference is. I mean, Ortega can't even really put up a fight.
Not at all, and they were both running the same line as well, so it's not like they were vastly different lines through the corner,
Hi,
but
Dylan,
that is just
yeah.
how slow Brendan Schuett does get into pit road this time by. Like I said, not race ending for that 09 car, but definitely race hindering. As Joshua Carey actually, I think, has closed that gap to Ortega.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little
it's
bit.
definitely looming in the background.
I think he's also saving his tires wisely, because I really think they're playing the smartest strategy right now. Do as few pit stops as possible, without making the tires too worn out.
Yeah, it's a matter of how much more time do you gain shaving an extra pit stop versus gaining that time on tires as Michael Wolf. I can't imagine that was clean entering pit road.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely
assume
looked
that's
like
going to be a
a-
speeding penalty or a commitment cone
Yeah.
violation.
Yeah, well, the commitment cones in iRacing are they're pretty inconsistent. I think that was clean, although he did speed.
No
So-
penalty for Michael
Wow.
Wolf. That is, I
That's
don't know
impressive.
whether to be impressed or to be shocked.
He could have been.
I'm impressed.
already-
That looked very sketchy.
Certainly did.
28 is really close to
take
the
a
wall.
right up by the wall. Hold on,
Yeah.
Carey is gaining.
Yeah, he's there. I can't imagine they're staying out too much longer unless they have more in the tank than we think.
No, but this could be a precursor to what could be to come later on.
is
That
true.
if we get a long green flag run to the end of this race, it is very clear right now that Carey is the better driver on these older tires right now.
This will be a complete strategy race, I think. I mean, I don't see how we get a caution. Maybe somebody hits the wall, comes down into somebody else, and that gets 2 cars collected. But I mean, they're so spread out. It might just be green all the way to the end, and pit strategy is what's gonna win you or lose you the race.
I honestly think it might be a little difficult for a yellow to come out because that requires at least 2 cars, and so far we haven't even seen people getting loose because the cars are so tight.
Yeah, it is gonna be pretty tough. But we had those
Hey,
in
in the
Atlanta.
wall.
And those are pretty similar.
He gets off
Your
of
car
it, but
in the pits.
it allows. No, he just keeps hitting the outside wall out of 1. That allows Carey to catch him.
Gap's still.
That
closing.
shows you how different their tires are if Ortega can't hold the top like Carey can.
Remember, Joshua Carey, last week's winner out in Daytona. It was actually these two that were fighting for the win. So Ortega maybe trying to get one back over on his teammate, but right now Carey.
I think this could be the precursor.
I think it could, because this is if we keep getting green flag runs.
Hey, we have to take the exit road, right?
Yeah,
We
please do.
could be.
Or yeah, you do.
We could be witnessing a bit of a tell right now, as the gap did close. It was 3.3 tenths last time. Alexander Ortega decides it is enough as Carey went from being around second behind
In the wall again.
Ortega. Carey has dropped that gap to a little over a tenth and a half, maybe less now. That might be under a tenth. Carey might be able to, if he wants to put a little pressure on his teammate, dive it into turn one here, but I can't imagine under any circumstance you would want to do that. They might pit together.
Yep,
yeah, pitting together, it sounds like. So here comes the 81 and the 28. Who is clean? Ortega had a little bit of a shake off the banking.
Ooh.
Missile right down to Carey. Oh, just barely breaks enough, almost loses the car. Entering is Color McGillen, will follow in, and so does Jourdain White. Jourdain White also having a very quiet race, actually worked his way past CJ Clark. I think he would be in a net 7th position with where they're running, or no, a net 6th position where they're at right now. Things keep going as they are. Good pit stops from both the 28 and 81. That's something I'm interested to see. Where is Payson Lindsay going to cycle out? He's already in turn 1.
We'll see if this other car works out. I personally don't think so, but you know, I'm not the greatest when it comes to pit strategy, so I might get proven wrong here.
He's got about half a lap on him, more even.
It's like Ortega gains maybe 2 tenths on that pit cycle, so overall very competitive.
Enough, however, to be, or not enough to stay ahead of Brennan Schuett, who pit earlier on about a little under 10 laps ago, I believe. As we just got the update, everyone has pit at least once. So this is where you run now is where you actually run. It's no more net position. This is your actual position. As you can already see a tire difference in Ortega and Schuett. Yeah, that is huge. And I think that, rear is sliding on that 28 car.
Really pushing it. I mean, you have to. You got to get past these slower cars.
Gotta get past the slower cars, and this is, now you have to work the entire race on getting up to Payson Lindsay. Lindsay has
that's a huge gap.
Yeah, it might be well over 12 seconds ish. I'm not entirely sure what the actual gap is. We'll find out though.
We know how big the tire advantage is.
Payson Lindsay pit. He was the first to pit.
Very early, yeah. 10.9, and it lost 2 tenths that corner.
I'm confused. How is Schuett? How is he up here?
Thank you.
Just that undercut being that big.
It may have been. I don't know. It may have been a two-tire stop after he missed the pit road.
But I feel like he missed pit road. That cost him more than a 2-tire stop.
Could be.
It could be 2 tires. Just look how much he's. I mean, we'll have to find out.
As the gap dropped a second that lap, so this right now is not paying off too well for Payson Lindsay, as it's another 3 tenths in turn 3 and 4. So Ortega and Carey are closing that gap tremendously by lap, as well as.
And you can tell Payson Lindsay's mindset on how he wants to run the strategy. He's at the top, which implies he's pushing his car to a fair extent because he wants to, be fast. He's not really concerned with saving tires.
I'm interested to see how the track changes. We saw Ortega get squirrely out of 2 earlier. I wonder if that's going to become something that we see more often, or if this actually starts tightening up more.
Well, certainly, as there's a big jumble of cars here that's running Suarez passing Mike Jensen as Colin McGillen, I think, will just kind of sneak on by simultaneously with Suarez, although maybe not. Here comes McGillen to the inside. Quick and easy move for the 7 car, who trying to make up some of the lost time entering pit road at the moment.
It's gonna be the two teammates here, Ronan and Kohler. I mean, the gap between Lindsay and Ortega is really rapidly shrinking. I mean, it's already down to 6 seconds. What did we? Last time I checked, it was 9 seconds. And that was only like 2 laps ago, I swear. So this is it's gonna be very interesting very soon.
It's around, I think, a 15 lap tire difference between those two, as Ortega is 1.2 seconds quicker a lap than Lindsay. So big pace difference between the top two, and then obviously Joshua Carey as well lurking in the background of that.
He's got the same gap he did before he caught Ortega in the last run. So I wonder if this is just his strategy, just to let Ortega go, and I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna stay back and catch him in the long run.
Well, clearly that worked, and I also think that that's going to pay minds to Ortega, who good opportunity. I think to some degree, not a good idea for Lindsay. I mean, obviously, or for Carey, because obviously you want to know if you can pull it off. But now you've shown to Ortega that, hey, I'm better on the long run than you. You got to save harder if you want to, hold on to this.
Well, Ortega is a smart driver. I can imagine that he's noticed that, obviously, because Carey was right there on his tail. So perhaps we're seeing maybe he changed his lineup a bit, maybe where he lets off, where he brakes. But for now, it's looking like a replay of the last run.
My concern is that Payson's has gonna have to make an extra pit stop than Ortega and Carey and the people behind him, because I mean. What was the fuel run that Ortega had? 40 laps something?
40.
I mean, that's
I think 43 they pit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna have to be a lot of saving if he wants to make the same amount of stops as them, because there's no cautions. We know that.
Unless he believes in the extra stop.
Maybe that time gain is going to be that big, because I mean, look at the gain. This is just a 15-lap tire advantage between these two.
True.
And over the course of like 10 laps, Ortega has dropped the gap from around 12 seconds down to, I think it's around 2.3 now. It might be 1.8 when they cross the line. It is 1.8 almost. So obviously the tire's making that huge difference. And even 1.3, it's just coming down every waking second on this track. And so maybe that extra pit stop can be done. But it's so risky. But I love the idea of trying to pull this off. It's different.
It's always good to experiment. How many tire sets do they get again? 5?
Yeah, I think 5.
Okay. Because I was gonna say that could be a concern as well, but I don't think so. 5.
Oh, look
5
at this.
Sets,
Yeah, Ortega's
3
coming.
stop strategy.
Look at the difference. It's not so much that Ortega's gaining on exit. In fact, he's losing on exit. Look at the difference between these two entering the corner. It's so different, as Lindsay does go to the bottom trying to block Ortega's lane. He slows up a bunch. That is
that's aggressive.
Definitely aggressive. I wonder if that wasn't an attempt to maybe check him up and not let him fully
I think
get
he's
away.
mirror driving.
100%. He tries to get down.
It's over. Look at that.
Yeah,
already clear.
You cannot defend that.
Jesus.
So Payson and Lindsay, he pit because he was. No, who? That was Ronan Suarez who pit early. Yeah. I forget when.
Or no, it was Lindsay. Lindsay was the one that pit early.
Oh yes. And so I think we'll just have to see where that puts him. But I'm forgetting how much of a gap he had to Ortega when he first pit.
It was around 5. It might have been around 6 seconds.
Okay, so if he ideally wants to make this work, he can exceed that.
No, not at all. But right now, he's already dropped 1.5 seconds, so he likely would be pitting in 4 laps time.
Which would...
Pitting this time.
Well, that would put him at the halfway point.
That would, but
Have
that
you
would
been on
still...
your-
That would... That
Same
would
set of
guarantee
tires
the
for
extra
the whole
stop.
race?
Yeah, which I mean, I feel like you have to commit to at this point.
No.
Yeah, you are too far in to not go for
Yeah, I was
this.
about to say.
CJ Erdman coming up here.
Man.
That was one of the other cars that pit early. That's actually the car that pit with
Oh,
Payson Lindsay.
Payson Lindsay is pitting.
Okay, so this is adding up. So we're seeing the difference. So here's the gap between the
That's
two cars.
3 seconds?
Lindsay pit on around lap 22 with a 6-ish second gap. Lindsay pits now
Oh my
with,
God, okay.
don't speed.
Did he make it?
Lindsay now pits with a 2.2 second gap. It might be around 2.8 when he
Ooh.
gets to the line. So as it stands, around a 3-second gain. So this could, in theory, work, but that last stint is going to be the most important stint Payson Lindsay runs in this league right now.
We'll also consider he went what 35 laps when if he pit on lap 30, like I feel if you're doing a 3-stopper, he pit early for that kind of strategy. So he ran longer on those tires than he actually technically needed to. So if he goes to lap 90, he might be at a better advantage than he was even this round.
Absolutely would be, and I'm interested. This is what you have to do to win in this league. You have to innovate. You have to create strategies to be better than others. Because if you can't beat someone on pace, do the next best thing. Beat them in the mind. Be better on strategy. Have the better tires, and that's exactly what we're seeing. On pace. Let's see. Oh, don't spin it!
Loose. Well, tires are
Those
still
slow
cold,
tires.
so I don't think that harmed his tires. But got to be careful.
Definitely gives you a little scare. It kind of reminds you that, hey, just because you're trying the strategy doesn't mean you can pull it off with ease. You still got to be mindful of your tires even when you're pushing.
But I wonder, does he have to? Is he full push to make this work, or does he still have to save to get at least some time back?
I think you have to save at the beginning because
Ooh, this is tight. This is
even
that
there's
does not
contact with
help.
the wall. I don't know if that was Lindsay maybe
thing got
pushing
tight.
Suarez into the wall. Oh no,
Suarez
Suarez.
is
They're
apologizing for that.
running
That's
into
a
each
first.
other again.
Oh god. So Lindsay goes around the outside with ease. Look at that.
Mhm.
So
Let's see what the leaders are actually.
we remember in the first stint, is actually Kerry has brought that gap down. So it looks like history is repeating itself. But this time, way earlier, it took 40 laps for Kerry to drop the gap to Ortega to this. It has now only taken 20 laps for Kerry to eat away at that gap.
Okay, so currently Payson Lindsay is a lap down. So he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna have to pass the leaders. I think
He did last time.
he did. Okay.
He did, and
Well,
he did it like 5 laps before they pit.
Okay. I didn't know that. So that's
So we'll
if
see
he,
what the
if he's
time
able
is
to do
here.
that.
Keep it
If
straight,
he
Ryan. Keep
passes
it
them
straight.
earlier before they pit,
I'm not.
He's actually look at him. He's got a clear straightaway towards them. Oh, I mean, we have a battle for the lead almost. Look at Joshua Carey.
It's a steady
This
gap
is-
for sure.
gonna be interesting because there's Payson Lindsay in the background.
He's
You can
closing.
just see him, and this is only. It took just a little reminder. It took 15 laps after Lindsay pit to catch the leaders and
Thank you,
pass them.
Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's already on the same straightaway as them.
This is very interesting.
This is what we love to see here in HRL. Drivers making strategies that work at the gap visibly getting smaller. You can see the entire frame doesn't have to change to see Payson Lindsay in the background onto the back straightaway. You can see him before they even turn into 3. This is gonna be interesting.
Now, if it, we just have to see if it pays off.
Kerry kind of stuck at this like consistent gap there. I wonder if the dirty air just gets like a lot worse when you get that close. It seems like the outside isn't really paying off either on exits. Well, I mean, it's like every lap he gets a little closer, then the gap like opens up again, and it's like a constant cycle.
Now he missed the apex slightly. I mean, I can't imagine he. I mean, I don't know. Like, for me, I'd be content staying behind Ortega. But if he's that much faster, obviously go for it.
So I have
'Cause-
to ask. Wait, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying because if they're on the save tire strategy, you don't want to be battling too long.
No, but I mean, if you're faster, even when saving, you have to make the move. You're just hurting yourself, especially if you know what kind of laps Lindsay's running. I mean, they're not. They're in the same
Lindsay's
corners.
in the same. Yeah.
Like, that gap is coming down tremendously, lap after lap. And like I said, it took 15 laps for Lindsay to pass the leaders. This is now what, lap 5 from when Lindsay pit? Lap 5 or 6, I think. And he's already in the same corners.
Yeah, I think it's this is 10 laps.
No,
10 lap. Okay, so it's going to be marginally. Yeah, no, not marginally. It's going to be vastly quicker. It could be. Yeah, so this is lap 9. They're going to come to lap 10 now.
Yeah, coming. Yeah.
So 15, and he'll probably get by them by lap 11.
Mm-hmm.
And
these
guys aren't pitting for another like 12 laps. Or no, it's going to be another 15.
When are they pitting?
Because I think they went on lap 43.
They might be pitting. They pit on lap 43, and they're doing a 2-stopper, so
It'd be 86.
they might be pitting. Yeah, maybe lap 80.
Hang on, where are we expecting Payson to be right now? Because on the ticker,
I don't
he's
know.
a lap down.
He's turned.
No,
3.
yeah, he's
he's
still
right
a lap
behind
down.
them actually.
But
I'm
he
staying
was a
behind,
lap
I think.
down before on the previous cycle. So it's all about if he's able. Is he able to gap them larger than he did gap them on the first run?
Over the course of this race, he has to gain to them. I think it's about
Wow.
30. It's probably around 30-ish seconds you spend in the pit lane.
Yep.
Pitting.
So he needs to gain with the extra pit stop 30 seconds. He already made up,
I think 10, 12? No.
10 or
Some-
12 across the entire race so far. So he's on track as well. Just need to mention that was lap 11 that he just crossed from when he pit. It took 15 laps for him to do it the first time. He's now unlapped himself by lap 11 of the pit cycle. So the gap is tremendously smaller now. 4 laps smaller for that matter, as Ronan Suarez is currently under attack from Jourdain White for, I believe this would be, this is for P4. So Jourdain White continuing to have a strong race, a silent one, but very strong race, now challenging for 4th, and I think he'll get that move done nice and easy. Yeah,
Great
Suarez doesn't
recovery
put too
from
much
Ronan
away.
Suarez, considering
Yeah.
how far he was dropping on the first few laps.
Yeah, the first few laps could be considered torture for that number 31 car because after those front tires burnt off, there was nothing
Sorry,
that
Garrett,
it
I'm a
really could
little
have
tired.
done.
Yeah, no, you're good. I understand, dude.
I was about to
just got
mention
off of my
McGowan
old
just
one, so
running
you're good.
comfortably in 3rd. Doesn't really seem like he has much to worry about. Maybe White's getting a little bit closer, 1 second gap or so. But I mean, catching the leaders is kind of out of the question, I fear.
Yeah, he's half a lap down.
About 9 seconds or so. So I mean,
I mean,
a little
it's
bit less
not.
than half a lap.
I think he's in a great spot. Obviously, 3rd.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you always strive for more as a driver. So I bet he's a
Yeah.
little bit on. I bet he's not the happiest.
Lindsay getting
but I
held
mean,
up by Alex Martinez.
Huh.
interesting.
We don't want that, as that can hinder your strategy here. As,
Yeah, you can't fully rely on the strategy. You have to
I'm following
actually
here, Evan.
execute properly as well.
I mean, this is a strategy. This is the flat out strategy. Like, you have to be on it for the entire thing. You cannot put a foot wrong, whether it be on pit road, whether it be on track, running laps, trying to run these two down. You have to get everything right. Meanwhile, these drivers that are saving, they can make a mistake or two as long as it doesn't cost them over maybe 3 seconds.
Yep.
I'm actually starting to think Kerry and Ortega are working together, just drafting and push. Oh, That was a little interesting.
I think
they've
Carey's
been working together to
saving.
pull away from McGillen because
could be.
they've been like pushing each other with the bubble on the straightaways, and I mean, it doesn't really look like he's trying to set up a pass or anything. Just sitting comfortably behind them and just getting him a little bit more straight line speed.
He occasionally has a look to the inside, doesn't he? In some of the corners, he had an outside. He had a look to the outside in turn 1, but nothing really to show for it. It's actually Kohler McGillen has brought that gap a little bit down by a couple of tenths that last lap, and then immediately it's just 3 tenths afterwards. But this is worth mentioning. I think Jourdain White has brought that gap down. He's gained about 7 tenths to the leaders.
We have Mike Jensen is pitting. I don't know. Ryan Schuett, maybe. I don't know if that's an old message.
Ooh.
Wow, the 12 on even fresher tires. Oh wow.
He's still a lap down though.
Can't imagine that's the line Payson wanted to run there. Probably got
No.
compromised by the 12 a
Well,
little
that's
bit.
the line he's been running, sliding up to the top.
Obviously, they're dealing with lap cars, but Jourdain White did gain another 2 tenths that lap.
A little bit of interference maybe from the lap cars.
I think
Mix things
so.
up a little bit.
That's part of what you get
Staying bottom here, Garen.
running on ovals.
Thankful.
Is
I'm gonna try to make it easy for the lap cars to get around.
as Ortega's not going to be able to jump up to the outside as easy as
Yeah,
Carey
sorry
is
about
here,
practice
so
earlier.
going to hinder his exit a little bit.
You're good. Don't worry about it. It's practice for a reason.
Ooh, Carey got in hot and almost ran into the bumper of Ortega.
Yeah, I'm curious what that's about. That's happened more than just once now. In fact, that's happened quite a few times actually. I wonder if that's just difference in braking points or lines or whatever. But I mean, maybe it's something to having a look to see if he can do something to pass Ortega here.
What I'm a little
Lindsay-
concerned about is Lindsay I feel like he's not pulling away enough.
No, I mean, he's running the same lap times as the leaders right now,
Yeah,
which is
That's what I noticed.
boding that maybe the track conditions may be inhibiting Lindsay right now.
Maybe he simply pushed too hard early on.
Potentially.
I think the sun setting, the track's getting colder. I think that typically reduces tire wear, so that would go against pace and strategy here. So it makes sense why he's not catching as much as he probably wants to be.
Yeah, I feel like he's got to be catching. Where is he? Oh, he's 10th. Okay, he's 10th because a lot of other people have begun pitting. But the 9th plays Rojan Koch, who's on the same strategy that I believe that Ortega and Carey are on. He's about a straightaway away from him.
His mic's dead, but he's been on the side.
Actually, we should be getting the leaders pitting within the next around 10 laps.
Did Lindsay say he's pitting?
Already coming in.
Here in comes Suarez. I'm not sure. Clark in, right on lap 80, so right on the dot for some of these guys. Lindsay lost a few more
Suarez.
tenths. Yeah, I feel like
Long.
I think the right call is to just try and
Carey's
pit.
Carey to the lead.
Oh, okay. So Carey not waiting around for Ortega any longer does take the lead, and now
They're
just a
catching
question of
Lindsay
will he
again.
hold it. Oh man, is this gonna work out, or did Lindsay actually just throw the race away? Maybe burn stuff up too early.
Is right
Dylan
now
Smith in
he should.
5th. I assume that's it just because of pit cycles.
It is
Yeah.
be around the top 10.
That checks out. All right, well, let's see if Carey can pull away here, or if the draft really is that strong in the straightaways that they can just work together. Well,
I think he's
they're
eking out a
actually
little
taking a
bit.
different line.
If Lindsay's able to stick it out till lap 90, I feel like that's where he ideally needs to pit to make this extra stop work. So Ortega and Carey soon will be coming in for their final stop.
Wait, isn't this is a battle between for third, right? McGillen and White.
Oh yeah, it is.
Can't believe
So
we just
Jordan
missed that.
White running the outside line, I think just past Cole or McGillen.
He did.
I'm not sure if there's maybe tire difference here because I mean it was like, or well, no, it wouldn't be. It was around a second, I believe, between those two. So not.
I think
tire
that's
difference.
I think that's just one and done. Maybe time for White to pull away and McGillen to just like put his head down, clock laps, and maybe he can crawl back.
White, the fastest car on track right now. So clearly very good in the long run, and may even have some short run pace because we don't get to see it that often because kind of been around a lot of cars in the beginning parts of these runs. So may with clean air be able to drop the gap a little bit to some of these cars. There's a lot of cars coming around that have already pit the 30, the 28. Or the 26, sorry. Yeah, the gap is growing between Carey and Ortega, like substantially. It's around 6/10 maybe.
Ooh.
Carey ripping the
I thought I
wall.
set my car to the shadow
a little
realm if I
dicey
hit
here with
turn
the
one
black
wall
cars.
one more time.
Certainly pretty packed up here.
So this is
A lot
just
of these are
everyone.
lap cars trying to get their way by.
As I don't mean to be alarmed for the strategist side of things, but Payson Lindsay has come back.
Ortega pitting.
Oh, that is all right. So we'll see how much longer. I said it'd be around lap 86. They go 3 laps on each 40. So now they do. So Ortega, and I think that was McGillen, or no, that was okay. So Jordan White comes in. I think that was McGillen also making the call to come in this time. And Carey reacts quickly to the undercut. Ortega wants a little bit of a gap, I think, and he's gonna get it. I mean, 2.5 seconds maybe.
Oh, Payson Lindsay in the wall.
We'll see what the gap is when they
How's
come
it
out of
going
pit
today,
road.
Wolf?
It depends on
Who
how
else
they
do you-
execute on entry and on exit.
So yeah, the gap here is gonna matter a
Hitting
lot.
the
If it's
top
another
zone.
15-second gap, then we know how that's gonna end. But maybe not, because Lindsay's got to pit within the next 10 laps if he wants to make this 3-stop work. So they won't have enough time to catch and pass them. But can Lindsay, on the other hand?
I wonder, did Lindsay take 2 tires maybe? The reason why he's fallen off so hard?
Potentially.
Maybe I think he would have fallen off quicker than that.
I feel like you can't afford to take 2 tires of this. That would be like
No.
half committing to the
Yeah,
strategy.
exactly.
Carry on pit
Well,
road.
currently
Lindsay's
he's
already passed.
third. Who's first?
There's Ortega. So Ortega, the undercut works perfectly for Alexander Ortega, who seeds himself back to the lead. As that's oh no, that's not
Wow,
what you
what
want to see
happened?
at all. Lindsay is not even a straightaway
It's
ahead.
so crazy how my tires are just mid-use and then just fresh tires are just still that
He's-
much faster. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Give me a pass
Lindsay.
now.
That's
Well, for the
essentially
lead.
Ortega Lindsay will have to unlap himself a full year on the track just to make the strategy work.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Carey is way behind Ortega now.
Yeah, I saw
Coming
it.
out of that pit stop.
Yeah, that's
power of the
considerable now.
undercut. Around
You can
2.5
still-
seconds,
I mean,
that probably is.
Still, the long run still matters. 'Cause Carey has shown that he's great at that.
I think mine have about 12 laps now.
There is plenty of
Very
time.
well.
though.
Also, it's going to have to get past Brennan Schuett, who is trying to make up for early woes earlier on in the race, missing pit road in the first pit cycle, and then having to come back down to get the pits sorted. But right now, this race is currently playing in the hands of Ortega, but obviously we'll watch the gap to see how much it comes down. Carey historically much better in the long run than Alexander Ortega. And if there's any time to show it, it's going to be now.
Thank you.
was gonna point this
Until
out.
the
It
gap's
seemed like they might
closing.
be pretty close between these two.
Where's Isaac Herbert?
It is Dylan Smith looking on the inside of Michael Wolf, trying to get that position. I don't know where that would be
You
for.
racing today?
About 13th.
13th,
I believe
okay.
he isn't home right now. When he joined my call earlier, he was on a phone mic.
Yeah, so Dylan Smith going for 13th.
Interesting.
Mustang on new tires is just going to make that move quick and easy. So Dylan Smith, who qualified inside the
My
top
fault. I
8,
wasn't looking at my rails.
trying to make up for a little bit of lack of race pace. Obviously,
Peyton Lindsay is in. Oh,
Dude.
sliding.
okay, so this is going to be interesting to watch. It was a 40-something lap tire run for Lindsay last time, on the last stint of tires. This was only
30 laps.
30. So it's like
So
what it was on the first one.
I'm curious what happened to Herklotz. He was having a decent race, but I guess he's out. Must have
No,
had-
remember he
must have
came in.
disconnected.
He
Can I
came
hold
in.
it
He
high
was the
for
first
you?
one to come in. He disconnected.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. White is
Thank
pretty
you.
comfortably ahead of McGillen now. I think. I don't know. If
Yep.
we're gonna see a fight
My car hasn't been
between
able to
those
run that
two
bottom
anymore.
line regardless
Pretty-
of what
pretty
tires I'm
comfortably.
on. Crash
Oh,
old.
I guess that gap just came down.
None of it.
It was
This
1
is
second on
one-
the ticker.
1 lap difference tires, by the way,
Must
in
not be
favor
slowing
of
down.
Cole
Is it?
McGillen.
Wow.
Wow, this is 1 lap difference.
Apparently.
Yeah, probably.
Perhaps Jordan White
I
just
think-
ultra saving.
Ultra saving, or maybe
I
took
think something
2.
happened.
Maybe.
Maybe at the wall.
Let me check actually.
Oh, White sideways through 4.
That would make sense if it's a 2-tire call, because
94 sitting.
I've made the same mistake, and the balance of the car gets really messed up if you take 2 tires.
Never mind, I lied.
Herdman running around in 8th. The next closest car to Jordan White, on much older tires, mind you. Evan Lehman looking for the move on Michael Wolf. So I'm not sure what all has gone on with that 26 car. It might just be on older tires.
Is this final order?
This should be... Yeah, everything should be shooken
Yeah.
out by now.
Good day for CJ Clark in 5th.
Very. Especially after Daytona.
Even Brendan Schuett, he's P4. If he can hold that, that's.
Ooh.
Are we sure these have cycled out? I'm
not sure.
shocked if she has been able to get back to 4th after. Whoa!
True.
Lehman sideways off of 4.
I think Lehman is still. Yeah, lap down.
Oh, CJ, I'd appreciate it if you gave him off here.
Ortega having to deal with lap traffic. The
I'm
gap
so
between him
sorry.
and
I thought you
Carey
told me to
Not necessarily making it easy.
coming down is there's apologies
you're good.
being slung between CJ
Yeah.
Clark and someone else.
That was Payson Lindsay.
Oh,
Payson
Doesn't
Lindsay asked
matter, I hate
for
to play
a
for you.
lane. CJ Clark didn't know which.
so trying to make up what he can on those older tires is loves to see if it shakes out by the end. I'm not entirely sure that it will at the moment, but obviously we still have a quarter of the race to go, a little more, to find out 100%.
Coming to 20 laps to go. Soon.
Herdman in
Fitting in.
as Ortega. Evan Lehman coming in as well.
Slow down very early.
This is
Probably not
fun,
quite
guys.
that pit entrance that he's looking for.
No. Is Payson
What
Lindsay
did
trying to
you
gain
say?
what
Sorry.
time he can with this kind of recover what time? He's in the wall, I think, or would he just stay off of it?
Wow, I think that was netcode. What a great
Sorry,
corner.
Ryan. What did you say?
Wow. So
Oh,
Lindsay,
That did not look like he lost any time.
That was a pass for position on Garrett Cannon.
Gotcha.
oh
Do
really?
you want me to let you by?
Garrett Cannon is not
down.
driving. He's looks like he's plowing
This
tight
is
as soon as
HRL,
the
no fun is
entrance
allowed.
fades.
Damn it.
Track change. It's got to be. A lot of cars dealing with it today. 99 of 120 right now. As CJ Clark looking to find a way around Brendan Schuett, just kind of lurking in behind that 09 Mustang,
I think
Ford.
Schuett pit pretty early, I think, so his tire advantage has gone away.
Very early, but it will come back off of what we saw from Payson Lindsay. It will come back towards the end of the run, probably. As Clark not having the easiest time, especially with lap cars in front.
Yep.
I'm not sure that one lap tire advantage is doing much for Kerry. I mean, he's dropping
Wanna
back.
wall me? Okay.
Has he?
I mean, I'm not going to catch
It's a
it because
2-second
he's
gap now. I think
but
Ortega's
you know,
feeling pretty comfortable.
I'll let the officials know about that.
He's gonna have to start gaining
What did I
soon,
do,
I
Rana?
think.
Gonna have to be pretty much now.
Stuffed me in the wall on the front
10th per
stretch.
lap should technically
Oh!
get you to the front. 3
I
wide,
don't
wow.
know.
Schuett 3 wide with
Yep.
slower cars as
Oh, that's
Do it,
why
brother,
when you
side
hit
by
me
side.
when I was going to the bottom.
this
and the line,
group
I
is
think I
falling
hit me on
back into the
back.
clutches
Oh,
of Color McGillen and
okay.
Jordan White.
Big speed differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Schuett is 2 laps down, I think.
Yeah, from a speeding penalty.
Unfortunate.
And here comes Kohler McGillen, looking for the 09 of Brendan Schuett.
Trying to carve his way through
That's
these. Ooh,
That's close.
big checkup.
That's a tire difference right there. Oh yeah,
Oh, man.
Sorry, number 38. My
that's
car's
not
real
what you
tight,
want
and I would've
to see
hit him.
happen if you're Kohler McGillen.
No, especially with that red, white, and blue M&M's car lurking in the background.
Yeah, look at Schuett in the wall. Ryan Schuett.
This
Wow.
could be the battle for P3.
Gillen
Well,
having
it
a
is
lot
the
of
bottom
misfortune
there.
with these lappers.
Yeah,
P3.
I think so.
Reckon on front, reckon on front, reckon on
Oh.
front.
Reckon on front.
That's my fault. That is my fault.
Oh,
That's my
one
fault.
car. Payson Lindsay. That's
2 laps.
Oh.
by the
oh
way.
no, it's 2 cars.
2 lap calls, by the way.
So Payson
Wow.
Lindsay and Evan
Wow.
Lehman
Stop on the
crashing.
apron. For real life?
What happened?
Oh,
I
So,
I want names.
wow,
Okay.
I'm not even
That
sure.
was my bad.
Oh.
I bumped into him. I
Oh,
didn't see
Payson
the
Lindsay
pitting
was
and
trying
I
to
forgot
pit.
top.
And oh no.
So Lindsay
Okay.
on the bottom lane,
Alright, guys,
coming
let's
into
see
the
who we
pits.
gotta
Evan
catch.
Lehman doesn't
Wow.
know
Got you back in the field.
and just plows into the back. Lindsay's still trying to slow down. I feel like at that point you need to just gas it up.
Nice things. We're gonna have a race
I mean,
for one.
no, yeah, I think he's
Well
done.
done.
Yeah, big middle
Well-
finger to the guy who said, who jinxed it for us.
That's not even the 12's fault. Hey, but smart coder, you don't understand. It's 2 people that aren't a factor for the finish whatsoever stopped on the apron. That has to be a caution.
if you think about it, no NASCAR race ever goes all the way green because they have stages.
That was absolutely a caution.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it was
kinda
2 cars.
had
That
to
is
be.
the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett, to be fair, this is
I think that
HRL,
this-
not
this-
NASCAR, so we don't have
It's
stages.
gonna be very interesting. I think
Guys,
everyone's gonna have to pit.
Guys, what are we doing? We need to get to the pace car.
Mike, just
Well,
stop on the
Payson's
gas.
engine is
I
Oh.
see the black flag. Go around the destroyed car.
Who's okay? Rojan Coke. Oh, is he
Yeah,
a lap
you
down?
can go around me. I'm not going to be able to go any faster.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
could be huge.
I got destroyed. So.
This is something that could be a bit interesting because this gives Jordan White, who was on the older tires, the fastest car on track. This is going to give him the opportunity to show what pace he has against the leaders early on because he didn't qualify the greatest. He didn't qualify with that top 5. He's kind of stuck around other cars, so didn't have a ton of opportunity to show off that pace. But right now,
Oh, Kerry gets to the lead.
oh, Man.
No, he didn't.
I think that was still the line is a lot earlier than.
Oh, is
Yes.
it? Is it? Wait, which line is it? The yellow or the?
I mean, Ortega looked like he
Green.
was ahead.
Anybody's now.
Is it the
Cross
yellow
both
line?
lines.
Or?
6 seconds lead. The
No,
top
it's these
two.
the ones with the
2
green
seconds to the
cones
leader.
next to them.
Oh, okay.
People just doing
so yeah,
stupid
green
shit for
line.
15s or whatever.
Ortega not pleased with the incident that led to the caution.
It's surprising the caution was
I mean, if I were him, I would,
earlier in the run.
he's still leading. He's still maybe the fastest
Yeah.
car on track.
Yeah.
I
don't think-
don't
Checking
think
on
it's that much of
Battle
a deal.
I think we're just far enough into the run that you have to save your
Call
tires a
no yellow
little
for
bit.
two-car wreck when it's
I don't know.
a
It's going to be
championship race, but by God,
13,
he'll
14
throw
to
it
go.
with 2 lap cars
Yeah.
themselves that are off track.
I think it's going to be. I don't know.
Preach.
Lap cars? Are they pitting? No. Oh no, they're wanting to wave around. Okay, I get it.
We waited
Lights
a
are off
long
on the
ass
pace
time
car.
to start that. Like, they were damn near rolling and everything by the time the caution was out. There's no reason.
Yeah, there was
There they go.
like, I was literally the closest car to it, and they were completely off the track by the time I got there. There was just smoke. So they weren't even in the racing surface. They were stopped on the apron ice. You were in the wrong.
I don't know if that's the
Drivers.
rule.
Drivers debating
There's a
with race
multi-car
control
crash that's long been established to be yellow.
to whether or not this is a fair caution or not. Rules state that was a fair caution, as far as I'm aware. But pace car will come in. Lights are off. Alexander Ortega leads and continues to lead after dominating most of this race. Joshua Carey had spurts of being in the lead a couple of times, but now it's going to be an all-out battle for the win. Alexander Ortega gets a great launch away. Ronan Suarez gets off well enough to get alongside Joshua Carey. Track is fully shaded. Ortega leads here. He's got a pretty good gap. Carey on the outside down into turn 2, and Ortega has just dropped the field.
An absolute rocket ship.
Blew away off the line. As Carey's got to be careful.
Ooh.
Here, you do not want to let Ortega get away on these early runs.
I feel like he might. The fact that he's still side by side with Ronan Suarez, that's not a good sign. Oh no,
Not
he's
anymore.
clear.
And yeah, jumps down to make sure he doesn't go for the move again. So this is going to be it. Joshua Carey versus Alexander Ortega potentially for the win. But these cars behind are not out of this either. Carey can carry them up. Oh my! Carey did not get in the wall there, believe it or not. Everyone...
Interesting, all single file.
No one wants to fight too hard. They know what's at stake here. They know a win is possible. If you're in this top 5, you have the pace to go fight for the lead. And even if you're in 6th, Jordan White trying to fight for the win. Dylan Smith in 7th.
Oh!
CJ Clark trying to make the move on Ronan Suarez, but it's not going to hold. Not going to be able to have the front right grip
banking,
there.
Though.
Yeah, he's going to have the cutback. Will he be able to go for the move? Switches
there he goes.
low down the back straightaway, looks the inside. Suarez kind of jumps to defend a little bit, but ends up giving him the line. Cuts down to the inside. He's going to wash, both of them wash up just a tad as Carey's starting to pull away from these two. Suarez having to fight with CJ Clark for 3rd. The podium is on the line between those two, but Carey trying to chase down Alexander Ortega for the lead still.
See, somebody trying to experiment with the outside line here. That's Jordan White.
Jordan
Pretty
White
fast on these short runs.
will be a great recovery for Brendan Schuett, maybe being able to get the finish that he felt that he may have deserved before missing pit road. It's very similarly to where he was running. Dylan Smith also up here as well with Mike Jensen in 9th. Oh, there's contact between them. Multiple cars. Oh, man.
That's
There's smoke further up as well.
God.
I mean, I think that's...
Sorry, Mike, but
I want to see the replay to make sure, but it looks like it was on White.
I'm so sorry, Brendan.
From
he's
first
already
glance.
apologizing.
Yeah, Jordan White.
Say what?
Just kind of comes up.
Hey,
Schuett holding
what
line.
was that?
There was 2 destroyed cars in front of me. I was going to run straight into them unless you had just gone down the track to give me more space. I had to hit you or my race was done. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Ever heard of brakes? They're great tools.
Unfortunate for
No,
both of those cars
were
at a
not
bit of a
to slow me
disagreement.
down the time.
Yeah, please.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame Dylan Smith there. I mean, that's got to take evasive maneuver.
Yeah,
Is there green
not much-
white checkers?
not much else you
in
can
here?
do.
I forgot.
But this is going to give a little reset to the
there is.
field. They saw what
I
a
think it's
short
only
burst
one attempt,
of
though.
speed looks like.
Oh, good. And then 13 can come by.
We should, in theory, go green with 5 to go?
I think 6 to go.
Something
Or maybe,
like that.
It may be 8. Actually, no.
Well, they still have to pit. Well, I mean, if they don't
It's
pit.
2 to go now, I think, after this.
Does anyone come in? Oh. I mean, at some point, someone's got to take.
okay.
Yeah, someone's got to take.
Interesting. All right. I mean, how long was that? 5 laps? That was. I think that was 8.
You faked it
Not
so
sure.
well, you had me fooled, Ronan.
No, that was 5 laps or something like that.
I wonder if it's going to be enough time, though.
Also, is it going to be enough wear on the tires for the other
Yeah.
cars?
I mean, I think you might grab a few spots out of it.
Probably.
Yeah, if you're the first one down, I think it is a good decision, but...
Oh, Brendan Stewart having repair damage. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's rough.
right.
But everyone behind him. Are you still in the pits?
Rough for Brendan Stewart, who it looked like was set to have
under the lights after all.
a solid finish here today, here at Homestead Miami Speedway. But
Sunset over the track. Track must be very cool now.
We're down to 28 Celsius. So we've dropped about 3 degrees.
I wonder how that's going to
Celsius,
change the
which
racing.
Is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I think.
So
Is it
definitely not a cold day.
I think it's around like 85 Fahrenheit. If I had to guess.
I thought that was. Well, you can.
This is
Info says 80.
Oh man.
I think it's gonna be a 6 to go restart. So a 6-lap dash.
Yeah.
Will Ortega
man.
be able to fend them off for the 3rd time now?
Hey,
We'll see.
I can't ignore the fact that the highest car on new tires is Dylan Smith in 6th place. Or in 7th, sorry. On that inside row, only 3 cars behind Alexander Ortega.
His first race on this track, mind you.
Yep. I don't know if this will be interesting. I don't know. Does he? I mean, he's done well enough in. I mean, he got himself in this position, so he's been doing fine enough. But let's see if he has the car or the line to beat Ortega.
Who has the tires? Who has the speed? Who has the awareness to finish these final 6 laps that we come to? Pace car lights are off. Ortega leads on the inside. Carey on the outside. Suarez, CJ Clark, McGillen, Jensen, and Dylan Smith is your top 7. We are green flag, and there's a bit of wheel spin in the back. Cars checking up as Dylan Smith is not getting away well. CJ Erdman on the inside there on the bottom trying to look for 7th as Joshua Carey gets a much better restart than he did the first time. Going to look for the lead. Ronan Suarez in 3rd trying to get what he can off of this race. Joshua Carey
in the back.
wrenching this car off into the inside. The 38 spins. It's going to be a single car, no caution. Joshua Carey will be thankful at that, as this is the best restart he has gotten so far off of these cautions. He's got to put it to Ortega now.
You gotta wonder, did Ortega use up his tires on that last restart to pull away?
Carey,
big gap.
really a gold line.
Whoa, getting out there. Carey trying to find anything he can, even slight tenths to gain to his teammate, trying to go 2 in a row. Could complete the Florida sweep he won in Daytona, trying to win now in Miami.
Can't say Ronan's out of the question either. I mean, he's right there.
No, if Carey can get to Ortega and they rough each other up, Suarez is right there to swoop in and steal it. But also, don't ride off CJ Erdman, who is currently running in 5th place and has passed a car each lap of this restart so far. CJ Clark up next, and then Suarez would not be far after that.
Is Erdman on new tires?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he might get up to 3rd after this. Yeah, look at this. He's got the surge on entry. He's got the mid-corner speed. No,
Carey doesn't have much time to catch now.
Yeah, we're coming to
3 to go. Please not fight me. You guys are all a lap down to me.
Needs to start making up time now.
Kerry trying to
make up
top
the
once
time here.
again.
You're pretty much over. These 4 cars, this is 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th slightly back. Actually, a lap down. Kerry closing that gap slightly.
Ooh.
He's
a little dicey back there.
Getting
Oh,
a
no,
little
what a-
bit sketchy. Different lines. We're seeing these
Kerry
two.
arced it a lot.
Arced it a
He's
lot, and
got
I think
the-
it's going to pay
he's got
off.
the
He's
run.
got the run here. Joshua Kerry closing the gap. 2 to go here at Homestead. A little wall tap on entry. Ortega's got
Oh,
a mirror
air
drive.
blocking.
He's got to protect this with his life if he wants to win this race. Kerry with the pace advantage off of turn 2, trying to get whatever run he can as he's going to get in the draft here. He's going to try to duck to the inside. He's going to arc the corner just like he did a lap before. He'll sacrifice entry speed so he can get a better run off, and that's exactly what he's doing. He gets a slightly better run. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Homestead. What does Joshua Kerry have to go 2 in a row? Or will it be Ortega to ruin the party for the 81? Kerry gets right up to him. This is all setting up to be a last lap move if Kerry can pull it off and find the grip.
Last lap,
81
last
versus
corner.
28.
Can he
Their
do it?
teammates, they can't get too aggressive. Kerry dives into the inside. Will he
too
look
low.
for the move?
No.
As the dive
Not
bomb
gonna be
doesn't
enough.
work. Kerry,
Oh.
Ortega
Yeah,
slow
no.
on the
No.
bottom. A little shake of the wheel as Kerry can't get the wheel off. Ortega wins at Homestead Miami
Well, next time,
Speedway.
please don't hold me up.
Good
too.
battle. Good
Wow.
attempt from Kerry.
I get
What?
it, but you are
What
lap
a
down as well,
fight.
okay?
Ortega manages to hold on to it. I mean, wow, that's
Hell
pretty
of a
impressive.
run, yeah.
What,
Man, I told
2
you.
restarts?
What I say, you bought the truck and you got yourself nearly a top 5. You got yourself 6.
Fair play.
That
see.
was, a little bit of bumping down the straightaway to show some
race,
immense
guys.
respect
Well
between the
deserved
2
win, Ortega.
drivers. Joshua Kerry tried what he had to win this
Man,
race,
Kohler.
but just
Wrecking a clean
Barely.
car now.
barely not enough.
Pretty solid race, guys. Nice
TJ
one, yeah.
Erdman
As I
did get
mean-
4th out of that.
Wow, so the strategy definitely paid off for Erdman. I think running around 10th at the time of the caution and then managed to come home 4th.
First win of the season for
Well,
Alexander Ortega. As for maybe multiple to come, I can imagine.
Yeah, I was about
Good
to
race,
say, I don't
everybody.
think it'll be the last time that we're saying that this season. Alexander Ortega looking to defend his title, and winning in race 2 is the best way to send a
To be fair, I
message
just toured him. He came
that
up and
I'm
pulled- and
still
pulled
the
and jumped me,
standard
so.
of this championship. Ortega wins
Fair retaliation.
dominantly in
I
Homestead,
wasn't responsible
but
for taking the cars, all right?
not without challenge from Kerry. So Kerry's
appreciate you
obviously
telling me.
going to be a threat going forward.
Yep. This might be a lot tighter of a championship battle than it was between them last season.
I could have got top 5. Mike Jensen didn't hold me up on the restart.
As
Drivers joining the call. How was your first race on Homestead?
I had
At least
terrible
for Dylan.
strategy, but the lap cars wrecking themselves. They saved my ass from a P8 to a P6. Big difference.
Big difference. CJ Clark, have you previously owned Homestead before this, or are you
No, this
also
is
like?
my first time.
How was that for you as well? I saw you got 5th out of that, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna suck, and then everyone else sucked worse, so I got a top 5, so I'll take it. I thought it was gonna be ripping the top all race, but if you rode
Really?
the top, you're gonna wear out your tires and suck. So
Which is what we saw throughout the race.
well, there you have it.
Do we have? Has Ortega already left? Nice. So.
I think
I don't
so,
see him
but
in voice chat.
Oh,
so probably no winners interviews. So
Oh.
that
No,
will
Ortega says he wouldn't mind an interview. He
if we want to get him in here, then we can.
where is he?
He needs to join the voice chat.
Yeah, that might be the issue.
You boys doing interviews?
I mean, you finished P2. We can start there. How was
Hold on, let me
what
go
was
get
your
some
perspective?
Let me go get some alcohol.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Well,
okay. All right, couple drivers.
First win
Let's
for
I guess
Vegas.
let's
How do you
start
feel?
with. We should probably start with Alexander Ortega, our race winner. I guess take us through those last 20 laps. I guess when the caution came out, both cautions.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean that was a pretty relatively fun race. I mean, that long green flag run was crazy. Yeah, the caution coming out was a big oh no kind of moment. I felt like I was fine. Like I had 1.8 seconds on Joshua, and I was like, I'm, barring something stupid, I'll be like, I'm fine. Like I knew that maybe he can close in, but the moment I actually start to really go hard and try and block if he closes in because he had a lap pressure tires and everything, there's not going to be much he can do. And so the first restart went really well, timed it well, got a good jump cleared. The second one went not very well. He was able to kind of hold in my right rear for a little bit. I was able to get clear, luckily, into one, and just kind of defend and play the mirror game, watch where he's going. And there was a lap where he started getting really good runs off the top of one, so I was trying to make sure I could get him to go to the top when I also went to the top, because I don't want him to go to the bottom and risk getting stuck side by side, because there was just no grip off the first 2 lanes and 3. That's how he passed me during the second to last run of that green flag run prior to the pit stop. He got to my inside out of 2, and then into 3 I just couldn't do anything in the second lane. So, but yeah, just a good race. We were 1-2 the entire time. I mean, like quite literally, we had like a 6-second lead on 6 to 10-second lead on third, and it was just really good, dominant race by both of us.
Did the track change at all? The conditions? Did it get any looser, tighter, anything like that?
Not noticeably. With the track temp only got cooler, and so I think it made things kind of go more to the bottom. I think I've seen it with higher track temps. You'll really see like a bottom lane will get really rubbered in, and it'll just really move all over the place as the lanes change. It's usually looser when it's hotter too, which is really fun. It means the top lane isn't the absolute best lane in 1 and 2, and so it means you can kind of, if you have a better right rear, you can do whatever on the bottom. But we didn't really see that today with the lower track temp. But there's still some pretty good racing, lots of really interesting strategies that played out. But overall, it was about the same, I'd say, from start to finish. I think it was a little looser at the end with the track getting all the rubber picked up with the cautions and cold tires.
Any other questions?
I mean, obviously, I think well-deserved win on your part. I want to ask Kerry. Kerry, obviously, the other person in that battle. What was your mindset? I guess same as Ortega coming to the caution, like that restart. What were you thinking when the yellow flag was thrown?
Well, annoyance to begin with, but once we got through the pits and all that, it was just stay in second. If I can stay in second, I can, and then I just gotta aero pack him, go a different lane, hope he makes a mistake. Which, well, I got to him on the very last lap, and I started to aero pack him out of 2, but it just came up too short when there were enough laps left.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if there was a few extra laps, maybe it'd been a different story. Because you were, I'd say, the best car on the long run throughout the whole day.
I don't know. I mean, it was so close between me and Alex that I genuinely don't know. We were within hundredths like every lap.
I think it was. I mean, it came down to execution on pit road, I think.
The very first pit run of the race, he had a pretty good right front advantage on me, and the second run it was like dead even.
Yeah.
On tires, and so it was really just who.
I think
it was all just race.
Like with the last green flag run, he did a 1 lap undercut, so he got 2 seconds clear. And like I think I got it down to like 1.7, but then the caution came out, so I don't know if I would have closed that in or not. I think I would have got it to like maybe half a second, but then he can just A block.
Yeah.
Because it becomes single groove at that point with that far in the run.
Were you guys like working together in the middle of that green flag run to pull away from McGillen?
It's just don't fight, really. I mean,
Don't do
no
anything
point.
stupid to
Yeah.
cost each other. You know, I mean,
Right,
I know
right,
both
right.
of us wanted to win, but we also both wanted a 1-2. There's no reason to go out there, cause a caution, and then wreck one guy. And
Teammates after all.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
The
Well,
race is like the last 15 laps.
I don't have any more questions, so
Overall, I
that's
think
it.
well-deserved
forgot
win and a
Ronan.
good race.
We forgot Ronan
Yeah.
in all this.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah. You here?
Yeah, I'm here.
What?
Hi.
So I guess, bring us through your whole race, because I think we noted you. It seems like you fell off quicker than everyone else in the first lap of the race, the first stint of the race. But I mean, obviously you crawled back to third. So I guess take us through your comeback.
Oh yeah, for sure. I completely underestimated the tire wear and how much I was pushing on that first stint because like everything was running fine, and then like the next lap the car just would not turn in turn 3. Like I would be like, oh okay, maybe it's just the dirty air. Let's try again. The next lap it still doesn't turn. Okay, I clipped the apron a little bit. Let's try again. The third time, I'm like, okay, yeah, something's definitely wrong. I think I definitely overused my tires in the first stint. But despite that, I was able to regroup after that first pit stop and just keep saving. I was able to save really well and catch up to Kohler in that second stint. And then that third stint, I was just gone with a 4-second lead over fourth place after that second pit stop. But then the caution came out, and I'm like, okay, so this is both good and bad because, I could push it now without having to really face too much consequence besides potentially spinning out, or I get completely what's the word outnumbered by everyone and just fall all the way to the back. But luckily that didn't happen. I managed to defend myself from CJ Clark a couple of times. Actually, one thing I do want to mention is that really close to that last caution, me and Payson had a little moment. I'm probably gonna put that behind me, but it was just he kind of stuffed me in the wall in the front stretch. But I guess it didn't matter since I still got third.
I did notice that. I think so we were noting on Payson Lindsay's his alternate strategy. I think he was trying to go an extra stop to see if he could just outpace you guys in terms of pure tire wear. But yeah, we noted that in incident as a hindrance to his strategy. But I mean, clearly you made it out a lot better than he did.
Yeah, and honestly, I also want to thank everyone for racing everyone else clean for the most part. And it was honestly really fun to have a huge green flag run, very big release of relief, especially with the chaos that the ARCA race brought. So
yeah, this
No,
race
that
overall,
was definitely that went a lot smoother.
it was a
I
bit
think
like
that's
the
it was
Auto
more
Club
fun to
race
watch.
of last year.
yeah. But overall, good day. Second, third place of the season, so I'm probably gonna soon be still in second in points, third in points. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just hoping. I don't think I'm gonna make next weekend.
At least you
That'll be one of
have
your
3
drop
drop
races
races.
then.
Yep.
Oh, we have a drop race. Okay, thank
Yeah,
goodness.
three of them.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's also a super speedway as well. So.
Yeah.
So
No, there's
yeah,
4
good,
drop races.
Oh, is
good
there
thing about
actually?
Yeah.
But yeah, good thing with that because I'm not gonna make next weekend.
Damn.
But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Well, thank you.
All right.
That
All right,
was
well,
that was fun.
anyone have any more questions?
I don't have any personally.
Dagan?
I think I've got all my questions answered. Like solid day
right.
overall.
Well, a great race here at Homestead, and it came down to a thrilling finish. But we come back next week. Join us again at 3 p.m. EST. We will be racing at Modern Atlanta. We'll be going back Super Speedway racing for the second time in 3 weeks. This has been HRL from Homestead Miami Speedway. We'll be back